Morning everybody. I am leaving Lake Geneva. This video is going to have a slightly different vibe, I think, because I'm heading back into France now and I am homeward bound. So my mind at the moment is full of all sorts of different thoughts. I'm going to do a proper recollection of them after this is all over. I'll do a separate video on that. But anyway, at the moment I'm heading into France. I'm going to take 3 days, 3 and a bit days to work my way up right through France, up to Roscoff to get the ferry back to Plymouth and then on to my house in North Devon. I'll also be going via the legendary Hotel de France, which for those that watched me at the very beginning of this trip, 11th of May I set off over 6,000 miles ago. You'll remember I stayed there on the first night. So I'm off to France. When I came down, you may remember if you watched the earlier videos that I went obviously the Hotel de France, and then I went down on the Route Napoleon, and I went there on that part of the trip with my wife Helen, my friend Nick and his wife Louise, and my friend Peter, and we had a week down in the south of France, and you'll have seen some of that. And since then I've been on my own with all the various experiences you followed me along on. My friend Nick actually is meeting me at the next hotel. He's driving down in his Ferrari 360, so I'll say hello to him. It'll be nice to meet a friendly face, someone that isn't a petrol station official, someone in a restaurant or a hotel. Anyway, as ever, if I see anything good on the way, I'll film it, but otherwise I will see you at my first stop in France.
Continue straight. Continue straight.
Morning all, welcome to a little French village called Nitry, N-I-T-R-Y, middle of nowhere. Nearest town is Auxerre, and to place it on a map, we're about 270 miles southeast of Paris. So a fairly uneventful trip yesterday, covered the miles. I met up with my friend Nick, we had a nice dinner in this auberge you'll see behind me, and we're going to plot a course today to La Châtre-sur-Loire. And if I can find Nick, I'll take some film of him and his Ferrari 360. See you in a minute. And who should this be but my friend Nick in his very flash Ferrari. Nick, look fantastic. Look fantastic. Show us around the car.
Okay, I'll do that quickly. So, untidy inside. Ferrari 360 Modena. She's 25 years old. Registered in March 2001. What can I say about it? It's a 3.6 litre V8. Delivers about 400 brake horsepower.
Wow. Bit less than my Jag, but
yes,
there you
a
go,
lot,
that's the bottom.
But it's 20 odd years older than your Jag.
True. Let's get it.
Weighs about 14 to 1500 kilos. Not fast by modern standards. 0 to 60 is about 4 seconds. Top speed is somewhere up around, I'm not entirely sure, 180, 190.
Fantastic.
Very unlikely to get to that speed. This year, done about 2,500 miles of road trips in it, and it's been perfect. So that's famous last words.
Well, well, the Jag's done 6,000, but there you go. I'm on fumes, Nick. So if we can find our way to a garage, fill up, and then we'll make our way to the Chartres.
I'm fortunate. I've got a full tank, which will last me about 10 minutes.
Fantastic. All right, okay, mate.
Okay.
Right, so I am running on fumes. So I found a garage. It's meant to be about 3 miles away. So hopefully,
arrive at your destination.
So hopefully I can then fill up and we can be on our way. As you can see, it's still quite warm and muggy actually, but we've had big downpours overnight. Oh, there's a cemetery there. Don't worry, I won't be stopping. Right, at last we found a petrol station, so I filled up with 98. 98 is really not that much more expensive than 95, so the car seems to like it. Nick is now filled up, I see, so I am going to go and follow him. Well, my time's nearly done. Those who followed me since May the 11th, however many weeks, 3 and a bit months ago, may remember me standing pretty much where I am now, looking back to the Homeward de France. So this is my penultimate stop before I get back to the UK. Really nice drive coming down here. Incredibly dry fields. I mean, it's quite shocking how dry all the pasture in the fields was on the way here, probably much like you have in the UK. So I'm going to have a quiet dinner with my friend Nick, and we'll head off tomorrow for the port to come back. Right, Nick, I cannot believe it's over. My penultimate night. Cheers, thank you very much for coming to see me.
It's not over yet, you've got another day of driving.
To Roscoff.
To Roscoff, for the ferry.
Looking at that map and looking at Lake Geneva to Roscoff, I think it's about as far as you could possibly go.
If you're going east-west, that's a long way. Well, we drove just to here, a good 4 hours today. Yes. And there's another 4 hours plus.
I was shocked at how dry everything was. I've
just
got to
like home. You see, you haven't been to home. Yes. It looks exactly like home. Everything is parched there, it's parched here. But no signs of wildfires up here. Whereas I was listening to the news as I came along from home, and there's just wildfires everywhere.
Yes, I know. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? It'll be nice for me just to get back and not have to keep packing up a suitcase and moving on and doing my washing and doing my ironing, or renting an apartment that hasn't got any utensils, or buying eggs I have to throw away because I can't eat them all.
I know, but won't you miss the adventure of not going somewhere different and different language and just not knowing what you're going to do each day?
Well, I've had a lot of that. And I'm going to have a proper reflection on what the trip was. I wouldn't, I think, spend 3 months on my own again, in truth. I had some big highs, I had a fair few lows, and, you know, when I was in Greece and I went to that seafood restaurant, I was Bulgaria actually, and it was beautiful, romantic place, and I was sitting there on my own. And of course, you eat your meal quickly.
Yeah, you eat it in half an hour, don't you?
Yes, there's only so much you can look at today's newspaper on your tablet.
And I think that's a lesson for road trips, and it's something that I've noticed with road trips. They're always better with other people.
Yes.
Always, because it's got to be the shared experience stuff.
It has. But I have this rather strange love of cemeteries, taphophiles, and so I was able to indulge that. And in fact, some of the people I've spoken to actually do get it now in terms of the sculptures, the artwork, and the peace of the places. And
it's a little bit of encapsulated history as well, surely.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, that last video you did, I think I said to you, that sculpture with the veil on it.
Yeah.
They've just done a sculpture. I've never seen anything like that. That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, one of the things which I thought would be a pain was actually doing these videos. And initially, I was so scared of just being in front of the camera, but actually, I've quite enjoyed putting together film, matching music to it, editing it down, and it's given me, on days where I could have just stayed in bed and done nothing, given me a bit of a purpose.
Well, I'm quite impressed because they've got better and better as you've gone along. But one of the things that's impressed me is that you've done it on a single screen. I find video editing on a single screen a massive challenge. I need 2 or 3 screens to do it effectively.
Well, that's true. I actually hadn't thought of that. I mean, Rose Hill, I've got another screen, but and in fact, the software I use, Shotcut, that has an ability to move bits to different screens. If you've got them.
And that's the sort of software I use. Similar software, but you know, multiple screens, so you can watch one video, and then work out which bits you're going to clip in, and basically you just have your folder with files open so you can find stuff.
Yeah, so for me, I need to decide what to do with Jack Venture. It's been a bit of a voyage of discovery. I'm sure, given my love of cars and our love of cars, I'll do other trips.
But you love travelling as well, and you know, how many road trips have we done of one sort or another together now? We've been doing this for 20 years.
Yes, we have.
Probably longer even.
And we've never done a decent film of Le Mans.
No.
Can you believe that? After 20 odd years, knowing what I know now, it could be great.
Being an old fart, the technology wasn't around when we started.
No.
But you know, also those trips we did when we did the one through the Picos Europas, and I know your car broke down, which would have been brilliant video. But that would have been fantastic to vlog.
Yes,
because the scenery was amazing, the roads were amazing, there was a story with the car breaking down.
Well, and actually viewers quite like things going wrong, I think. I certainly do when I look at other people's. Anyway, listen, it's been great. Thank you so much for coming to visit me.
I'm pleased to do the last leg with you. I did the first leg with you.
Yes.
And
you bookended trip.
Yours, so
cheers,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done for a massive trip.
Thank you.
Speed bumps ahead.
Morning everybody, I'm holding the camera because my ferry mount is fallen off, which I need to sort out. It's about 6:15 in the morning. I'm at Roscoff Ferry Terminal, waiting to go on the ferry to come home. Can't quite believe it after 3 months. Anyway, hopefully I'll get on shortly and have some breakfast, and I'll probably see you in Devon. Well everybody, I can't quite believe that it's over. I left Portsmouth with this car on May the 11th, so 3 months and a bit later, maybe 6,500 miles, 12 countries. This European odyssey, which I talked about all those months ago, is now finished. I've got sort of mixed feelings. I'm obviously really looking forward to seeing my wife and family and friends, being back in the UK, getting back to perhaps a slightly more normal life. But it is, frankly, the feeling of the end of an adventure. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am going to be doing a reflections video on this, just some stats on the car and the journey, the highs and the lows, some of the effects it's had on me, and just a bit of a recap for myself, if nothing else. So there you go. It looks like I've got a dreadful queue. Whether they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do to me in customs, but there you go. So I'm signing off for the moment, and I'll probably do a recap shortly. Well, I'm back home at last after all those months, just sorting out my unpacking and getting my life back together after those 3 months travels. So I'm going to sign off now. Look out for the follow-up vlog, which will come out in a few days' time. Just the conclusions, high lows, and other things I've taken away from that Odyssey in terms of my experiences. So look out for that, and also my future plans for the Jag Venture channel. Thank you for following me.